Well, I got the camera, and I did have it out earlier this morning over there by that tree, kind of in the shade, but once it starts getting hot, and it's 104 now, so I had to bring it in. I'll set it up here in the cab a little bit and let you ride with me. That down there, it's kind of, it's changed. It looks kind of purplish looking dirt, but man, that's the good stuff down there. But you only one thing, you don't, sometimes you rip it and sometimes you don't. You got to be careful. If you rip it too much, it don't roll off your blade and it'll start to stack up on it. But a lot of times you can cut it and not even have to rip it. But one thing it does, it comes underneath your blade, so after a while you just got to stop and clean your slopes up. If not, they'll get so far out on you and you'll get so much loose dirt on there, and it kind of packs down, and then it's hard to cut. But I'm going to be over here on this side right here. I'm going to kind of fix this slope going down and just kind of sit in the trough a little bit and dig it. Good morning. Does more moving dirt here, and I just want to show you the back of this dam. This is usually what happens when you try to start filling in a tank. It's got a lot of mud in it. The dirt starts going, the weight of the dirt starts going down and the mud starts coming up. But that's why I'm leaving this so high right now, because eventually I think I can get over the top of it, and then I'll probably cut this little old dam here so nothing will ever stand here, that it'll drain on out into that low area. So that's what that looks like. Is as the weight of the dirt goes down, the mud will start coming up. The dirt goes down to the bottom and pushes the mud up. So that ain't no big deal. It'll cover up, and then what mud does push out there, it may go out there to where them sunflowers is. It'll dry up and be good topsoil one of these days. So it's the hole's going down a little bit more. I got it ripped up, so I'll set the camera up and let y'all see a little bit while I'm digging that out this morning. Morning Dirt Movers. James here at Dunsmore Moving Dirt. Got the hole, I think, to the depth that I want it to be. I got the hole cleaned up. I still got to dress all this off and put the topsoil on the dam and on both sides and slick it all off. I'm going to cut a hole in this little old part of this dam over here, just so no water will stand back here and here. There's not much, just what rains, but it did kind of push that mud out, but it'll dry up once, as long as no water stands on it. So that was the mud that was in the bottom of the hole. The weight of the dirt just kept pushing it out, so that'll dry up. I'm going to knock that little bit of dam down and then kind of push it back this way, and then that'll fix that. So anyway, this is going to make a nice little hole. I'll let y'all see it when I get done and check my depth and see how much water it's going to hold. Like I say, all of that stands water where there's no trees, so it's going to have some shallow water, and then it'll have some deep water in that hole. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing this morning, getting this thing finished up. So I'll let you see it when we get it finished and everything. It's going to be a hot one today here in North Texas. I think 110 what they're saying it's going to be. Yesterday got out about 8:30 of the evening and did some stuff, and I thought it felt pretty good, and then I went in and looked at the temperature and it was 104. So you know it's hot when 104 seems like it's pretty comfortable. So, but it's July, so it's been, I think Tuesday and Wednesday it's supposed to be 114 or so for 2 days, and it's going to cool back down to 106 and 105. So anyway, we need some cooler weather and we need some rain, but luckily enough the winds are kind of out of the south and southeast of the day, so that's bringing in a little humidity. So it don't I mean, it's uncomfortable, but it don't dry everything out. If the wind's out of the southwest, that's dry hot air coming in, no humidity. So anyway, we'll get through it. We usually do. So, but when it does rain, we're ready for it. So we'll let y'all see this tank when we get it finished and see what it looks like. Bye. Hello, dirt movers. I just got in the pickup and it said it was 129. It went down to 126. I know that's not how hot it is, really, I hope, but I know it's not, because I just got on the phone and looked. It's 109 degrees outside. It feels like 111, which I don't think you'd know the difference between 109 and 111. Either one of them's hot. So anyway, I've been clearing the fence line, and I've got the tank finished and topsoiled, and I'll let you see that before we go in this evening. At least it's cool. It's pretty cool in the bulldozer. It's a whole lot cooler in the pickup though. So the tank's 13 foot deep. It'll hold 13 foot of water, and then, like I say, it'll hold water for 5 acres outside of it. So got all the damn topsoil and everything, and it's still got quite a bit of bottom. It's probably 50 foot by 25 foot, which that's a lot of bottom. It'll take a lot of silt to fill that up when you lose any depth of water. So it dressed off pretty good. Cut behind the dam where it won't stand no water, and well, it might stand some, but it won't stand very much. Still got a lot of. And there were some bones back here behind the deal. Some of them were cow bones, and then I looked in some of that dirt I pushed up there on the back end, and there's half of a shed. Well, I don't guess it's a shed because the skull's there and it's got fur on there, so someone might have shot a deer and it run behind the dam and died. But that one antler's got 6 points on there, so I don't know what the other one had. It broke off me pushing it around, but probably a pretty good buck is out here. So anyway, I got that old dam cut, pushed some of that topsoil up against that mud, so that'll eventually dry out. anyway, this thing's ready for a rain whenever good Lord gets ready to send it. And like I say, it'll stand. There'll be 1 to 2 foot of water out there in them grass. There's some holes out there and stuff, and all that'll be full of water, and it'll stand water up around the end of the dam. And it'll spill here unless it comes a heavy rain. It might go around both sides, but it's made him a nice hole right here, more than what he had. It'll last a long time. So. Been clearing the fence row way on the other side of that brush. There's not one drop of moisture in that ground at all. Them trees just snapping off, but he's got to get in there so he can fix the fence. So had to do it. He'll keep it mowed, I guess. So anyway, we're down to 122 in the pickup. It's finally cooling off. So we want to take it to the house, see what tomorrow brings. So appreciate y'all watching this channel. If you hadn't subscribed, go ahead and do that and hit the like button. Any questions or comments you got, just put them on there and try to get them answered. So until we see what the next project is, remember, keep your blade shiny and your tracks clean. Bye.